He was the first cousin of Jesus Christ.
زر شمعن كيفا وغزل الهاو تلميذة مخبوة على إيشو بتايا بطري أهي وتلميذة جنية وعلى صدرك إيشو بدانا خرمشة وبرة مني ماني لها سابلو من الشمعن كيفا غزل الآها تلميذة وبرة من إيشو ماري مودي بالآها جوب لإلا إيشو إن بس ما ليدقاها بايش هل ديرن قاتخ مودي آت تباري وطلب خلطة جو أخنواته آها تلميذة لمايت إينا إيش على لا مرد لمايت إلا إن بس مالي هايش هل الديرن قاتل مودي إلى هاو تلميذة بياوي ليس حدوثة عن كل آل من ديانة جولة كيولة بداية وسهدوثة شاررته.
Bravo, smart. So, guys, we're looking at John the Apostle. And Jesus is saying something so great here. He says, what is it to you if I'm going to leave him until I come back? If I'm going to leave him alive. Okay? شيخ أماريلي موديت لغات قالوا خمو إن أنا شوقني خايا هالدير خبرة فلتلي that John the Apostle will not die. Right? Until the second coming of Jesus. So they got it wrong because it was the coming of Jesus, the second one, that he came for the revelation. When Jesus comes, John will be 95 years old and he will be thrown in Patmos. Patmos was an island in Greece and Jesus will appear to him. So ما maram شيخا maram مودي لا إن أول شوق إن هالديرن إن إيمان إلى بديار مارن بديار إلى إيمان إلى يولى جليانا كيوخنا. He gave him the revelation. So Jesus said he has to stay alive. It means he's not gonna die. So what does that tell you? So if Jesus wants you here, no corona can take you. If Jesus doesn't want you here, a small wind can take you. You know what I mean? So if Jesus wants you here, you're gonna stay here, okay? Even if you walk on one leg, even if you're blind, if Jesus wants you here, you're gonna stay here. If Jesus doesn't want you here, anything can take you away. For any reason you can go. Exactly. So that is why Jesus said, what is it to you? If I want him to stay, I'm going to make him stay. He is the one, the only apostle that stayed to live 95 years old. He was 95 because imagine, God took him to heaven. He showed him all the revelation, the book of Revelation that you write, that nowadays that you read, okay? And he said, go down and write it. Really? Yeah. I don't. Who wants to go up there and come down here? And then don't forget, he was a prisoner. He was in a place where prisoners were. Iwa kaduktat iwa dusakchi yachi. Iwa do Patmos, Yunan. La iwa do Patmos, Yunan, kamrafel kamodele nafi. Because what happened is, they tried to burn him with a boiled oil. They put him in a boiled oil. He came out alive. So they said, you know what? This guy has demons. Just take him and throw him in Patmos. And they did. So awa nasha lemait, awa kharashkari they gave dive. Kam shaqlela kam rapel gu Patmos. La? Because why? Because only for one reason. Jesus said he has to stay until I come back. No matter how much they tried to kill him, they couldn't. So they decided but Jesus came to him. And then he took him by his spirit. The angels took him to heaven, right? And then he saw everything over there. Who wants to see everything over there and then he's going to be sent back? Who wants to come back after that? But he had to come back because you have to see what he did in Patmos. His work wasn't done. He had to write the book of Revelation. What kept wiped out Revelation? That is when most of the prisoners believed that he baptized them when he came back. Because he disappeared for a while. You see? John disappeared. He went to heaven. So all the prisoners, they were looking for him. So when he came back, he told them what he saw. And you should see the place he baptized all the prisoners. It's a church over there in Patmos. So قممت كله بالصحشية إيمان تيوا دو Patmos. إتوا شورا جاي باركوا. He was 95 years old and his work wasn't finished yet. He had to write Revelation and he had to baptize every prisoner to bring him to Jesus Christ. And he built a church over there. Okay? And now if you go to Patmos, you can go exactly where Jesus came to him. That is when you can have, they do a mass and you can have the body and blood of Jesus Christ. Exactly, it's still the same way it was. It's a cave. لا رابضانه وطامة رابضانه وطامة إن ليلة exactly نما سمعت فينا على الجو إنه ما سمع يعني طاوم بار إن ليك جوا كله
To me, is it like Jesus is always telling Peter, don't look at him, don't bother about him, you just follow me.
Right.
Don't compare yourself to him. You just follow me and don't worry about it.
Right,
Like our lives, not
because Jesus is giving another picture to Peter, don't forget. Because you wonder, why wasn't John instead of Peter? Why wasn't John the head of the church? Why was it Peter? You see? Peter that Jesus knew that he was going to deny him. Peter that was going to have all these problems with people that are Gentiles, you know. But God is trying to show us that this is going to happen in the church. You're not going to, I don't want someone perfect to build that church. I want someone that has problems. You see, what do we say? If we don't have a problem, we have a big problem. If we have a problem, we have no problem. Right? So if Satan is fighting us, we have a problem. That's good. It means we're doing something right for Jesus. But if we don't have a problem, it means Satan is not afraid of us and he's not fighting us and he left us alone.
Because we are one of us.
So iman tlit lang ka problem, yan ang manayo satana shwika. Ina imahawilang problem, yan ang satana plasya naman. Which is good. So if you have a problem, you have no problem. If you don't have a problem, you have a big problem. So that is why John the Apostle is the one that's going to take the cup from John the Baptist. John the Baptist. John the Baptist will give the baptism cup to this John. So it has to go from John to John. Out of all the apostles. And the bread that he's going to take at the Last Supper, he's going to give it to this John. Nah? Oh, John. This is the only John that was under the cross. All the big guys were hiding. In awewa o yukhanati wa khutsliwa. Awewa tishkilla likhma wa kam tamush la yudimme. Wa kam wadkhla malka diyuma ya qurbana minni. Awewa tishkilla la miya wa kam khawt lu yu 100 kilo bdibn mara. Edit yodak biye mshafta wa ma'mudita. Right? So that is why we have the king and we have. So what did John do? John to John. John had to finish the work because it's a gift. He's a gift from God. Okay? So John the Baptist started and John the Apostle finished it. Okay? So, what does God say about us? About we? We. Modi halaha modi limara buddhiya. Who are we? What is God saying about us? Let's go to Psalms 139, 1 through 3. 139, 1 through 3.
139?
Mona.
What's the shop?
You, Lord, you have searched me and know me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thoughts afar off. You comprehend my task and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways.
Very good. Surah. مالك قطة.
يا مريم
Correct.
يا مريم صيحلو ضيلو آتشي يطلت تياوي قيامي برميلو خشاوي مرخكا أرخي ودماغي تفتشلو وتشل أرخاتي شورزلو
كله ورخاتي مودي. طريقة قايب عربي خوني. سام. سام زمو تلاقي قطة وياريخة. خا هطلع. خا هطلع. خا هطلع.
يا رب قد فحصتني وعرفتني، أنت عرفت عقولي ونمودي، فهمت فكري من بعيد، أنت تقصيت مشكلتي ومرقدي، وتعرف كل طرقي، عرفت كل كلمة من قبل يتفوه بها لساني.
خا هطلع. صاغر يا ابو. رابط مودي لما رأى لها قديا. ما يطلنا توتوخ ويطلنا قيمتوخ. يطن ماني يطن مودي يطن مود تخمونه. God says, I know you're sitting and when you're up. When you're sitting, you're sleeping, you're sitting, you're rising, everything. I know everything about you. I know what you're thinking. I know, you see, it says, you understand my thoughts, right? It means God knows what you're thinking, right? God knows what we're thinking. You see? But Satan doesn't know what we're thinking. That's the difference. God knows what we're thinking. In a Satan layup, Satan we give him our thoughts. عين إلى البرناشة thoughts الدقيقة ما أدري ما نمشي خمسة بتوقنوا هي لا لا. More than that, it's evil. قاموس بيوكلوا تخمنيات عن السرطان يلقاو كشة. So قبض هذا على همارا يطنوخون من كل خورخا بغزايتون ماريلة إن علىها بضايلة بكل أن من ديانة يعني يطي أنا مانيون يطي توتا وقيمتا يعني توتا وقيمتا sitting and rising is the smallest thing in man's life which has no meaning. لتلو ماناي يعني أوبن من يعني سورة لتلو ماناي على هيطينو دو خيوتا أنت خشو خديج ماناي لتلو تولو قملو زي هذه قملة خباز على هيطي وقايد زي لو خباز قملة على هيطي وقايد عم لا يطي يعني على هيطي وإمام قايد زي سو مودي مانايو إلى علىها يطيلا خاتخا أما يطيلا ماني هوا أخنا لا يجاست يمن علىها يطي وقت أخنا ماني بتهاوخ. So God knows the future, right? We don't know the future. Satan doesn't know the future. Satan can't read dreams, but God can tell you your dreams. Satan tries very hard to know your dreams because he can play with your mind. But he can't because unless you tell him what's your weakness. You tell him what's happening. You gotta tell him. So what does he do? He sends your best friend so you can talk to her, talk to him, and tell him what is bothering you, what is on your mind. You tell him what's in your mind. In a God, you don't have to. Maryam, God, once you say, good morning, Jesus, I love you, he knows everything. Maryam, Allah. هذا قبض هذا جريك ما تقبله قد علىها بضايع لأخنا ماني وأخنا تخير بدمودي بهمانوتا هم جريك همنك قد علىها يطي أنا قمو قندي وقمو توني همك ما بزود أنا قمو بدليهتك وقمو بدليهتك قمو بلخلي بدوة كلمة قمو بلخلي بدوة كلمة. Why did I go there? Why did I come here? أنا من يعني كله علىها يطيله من قنت أنا أودن And I know them after I do. You know, God knows them before I start my day, before I even was born. So على هيطيوة شاول بتهايو بوليس إن ناشي هربو زاي وبتشاول مخشاول لا. So in ad يبدو أي متناشي خناشي خربا خاش منه آثار بتخزيلو خربا إن على يخزيلو at the end of all time. God was looking at Peter when he was on the cross upside down. Right? Even though Jesus said, you will deny me. You will deny me 3 times. 3 times before the rooster croaks. So God knew that. Jesus is God. He didn't take away what he gave him. He still gave him the keys of heaven. مودي أبشاوت لما ركان شغل النقدي لمنه سبب أركم سالوتي. No. What God give us, He doesn't take away from us. He always did. Look at what's his name? The one with his donkey talked to him. Balaam. God did not take the gift away from him, even though he was going to turn his back on God, even though he was going to sell the gift for money. The godly gift that God gave him, God didn't take it from him. But what did God do? He made the donkey talk to him. شو يقول خماري همز من خماري قد من خبله قد من خبله بالخمارة او ناشتي وعلى يو اي بيوتيفول جيفت قديه تناشي اتي وبركيه وقامه ومزمه ومنه على قد من خبله بالخمار ليش لا جيفت منه even though God knows he's going to use it against God, right? Yeah. Against God's word. على ابو ضاير وعلى هله فتو بتمبلخ لا يا خيو ما درقوني هنا على هلا the same thing زي ما كمودي رابا يبي اللي كمودي شو يقول ساطانا هتخاوت ولا because God gave him the gift he's not going to take it from Lucifer على هكم يملا قال إيه خلعتك كملاخة يوالا كدية لا كم يملا كدية هنا ليه هو يشاق الله منه أخشي God works around our world على يقال مرزنان تولد ديا ليه هو يشاق الله ول منه ليه هو يشاق الله جفت منه زي so إيمان أركوس غلط له لوسيفر على لما بشاق لنا منه كل مني لا بشاق الله منه خلعته هلا يتلاقي خلعت هلا يتلاقي خيلة هنا يتلاقي خيلة على هاي بسبب أبني لبريتا because Lucifer is creation don't forget he is not a creator so he will never be able to overthrow the creator he will never be able to defeat creator it's impossible he's creation he can be crushed any minute see هنا على هشويك لها الخرطة come on because it's a big fight and we have to fight our fight أزخ Matthew 10:29-31 قرأ لخي
ترك سفر لبشي زبنة بخاشة
ايه دوسي ايه لو شقالة خشة قوية مكتوبة قال ديكستا وبقالة مار
ترك سفر لبشي زبنة بخاشة دامني لا دابوخون لنافل الأرقى إنا ديوخون مستا تريشوخون كل من يانينا لحق خاصة فيكم هنا
لا يخاف رياضة
لا خاهي مستا تريشوخون كل من يانا لا حق زدتم من رابا سبرة زودتم كل ناشا حتى مدية بيقم بن الناشا
أجدي لك ماني لو بوش طيمانة يوبا سبلي ما سكايتين توست
شغلان الدور
لا بصبح
It was a good one.
قال إلى بإنجلس قال ماني بوي قال بإنجلس ماني لا ماني قرية ماني أول ميس ها ملونيا يطن جو ميتين كتي نقرأ لها يا قال If you were in the class, you will know. It's Matthew 10, honey. Yeah. Good night, Baba.
All right.